Here's to Wicked Love by Willow Astor. This is performed by Samantha Brentmore and Jeff Harding in Jewel. And then there's a special appearance by Lily D. Moore, which I guess the best way to describe it is her parts are duet, because she is her character, and so whenever the character speaks, it is Lily. And I just love that the representation was there, that it was appropriate casting, and it wasn't down to Sam and JF to do their interpretation. Not that I think they wouldn't have been 100% respectful, but you know, if we can do something that the people from the communities that we're talking about and that we're portraying, then let's do it, right? Absolutely brilliant. I'm going to tell you now, this is going to be more unhingedness if you stick around. You must be just as unhinged as I am. Just saying. So, first and foremost, because I have to say this, I think this might be one of my top 5 JF Harding performances ever. Did I say his name right? Anyway, JF. Let's look. And I know autocorrect. I know you're going to say his name's Jeff, and I'm going to have to correct it all. Do I look like I've got time for that? No. Anyway, JF. This book. At one point, I was literally laughing so hard I couldn't breathe. And a person in my condition, that is not the best. But I also couldn't stop laughing, but I can't tell you about it because that will ruin things. And I swear, if I see one review that mentions this, I might lose my mind. This is something that has to be experienced in the moment. Just saying. And so yeah, he was getting that, taking nothing away from Sam and Lily, who were both absolutely fantastic. I actually had to laugh because Poppy may have reminded me of somebody, just a little bit. So having Sam voice it was perfect. I was like, yes. That sometimes, you know, she says things without really thinking through the implications of what she's about to say or blurt out with an audience and the impact that could potentially have on other people. But she's also this person with such a capacity for love. The way she connects with Becca, the way she accepts her for who she is and where she is. Like, there's no sort of force connection. It feels very genuine, and you know, just as Bowie's falling for her, partly due to that, so are we, because we're like, yes, this is what I think any single parent wants, but especially a single parent with a child with any sort of additional need. As one of said parents, I can tell you, having somebody connect with your child and treat them like a human being and not like they are broken makes you connect with that person so much more, because there's always that fear of, how is this person going to interact? How is that going to impact my child? And it just fills the heart with happiness. And there was a scene at the end, and yeah, let's just say there were tears. And I think part of it was what was happening, but also part of it was Lily's performance as well of it. And like, it's only like, what, 2-3 words, something like that, but it was just, oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. So I really love the way that was presented and represented. Bowie, you know, we've been around him, right? He's been in the other books, and he's been the like swearing off women, and seeing that change, seeing that connection, and him really not wanting it, but it happening nonetheless. And the amount of ribbon he gets from the other guys for like, wait a minute, why aren't you going to be single forever? And the connections. One of the things that I think about this series and what makes it so special is the connections with the other players, because these are, you know, big belly football playing guys who are the sweetest dads and the sweetest to the women that they love once they are all in, and seeing them fall and fall hard is just like, but the support that they give one another is very, shall we say, emotionally mature. which we don't get a lot of, right? And I just think the connections that they have, and even, you know, Penn, the comic relief kind of guy, is in these sort of moments where, you know, originally it's like, he's not even a dad, why is he here? And seeing his progression, and I swear his book is going to break me. I just know it. And I think especially because obviously it looks like that is going down the route of adoption. We know that is close to my heart. So we'll see, we'll see. But if I don't survive, blame Willow. Just saying. But I just adore this series, and every time I'm like, there's a new book. What's going to happen? The narrator pairings have been absolutely spot on. The stories have been spot on. Like, if you love single dad, small town, is it small town? I feel like it's small town, but I'm questioning myself. Anyway, it feels small with them. That's all I'm saying. A little bit of football. There wasn't much in this one. There's references, and I think there's one game, but there's not a lot of play. But there is more in some of the other books. So if you like all those things, I think you should definitely check out this series. I just want to know if there is going to be a book released called Single Dad Playbook with all of the advice that all of the guys are giving each other. Because, you know, I'd buy it. I'd buy it. Just narration, like I say, absolutely fantastic by all three of the voice actors. The story, everything just connected in such a great way. Now, because I'm always honest, I know I hate me too, in the production there was just a tiny little thing. Once it doesn't take away from my experience of the book. This is across the board 5 stars for me. If I could give it more, I would. But there is a sound discrepancy with the majority of Lily's dialogue that's been put in, and I don't think it would necessarily even be noticed if it wasn't being slotted in on a dual narration. But it has that sort of, you know, like in movies where they want to show that there's a phone call, so like the volume kind of drops and is a little bit, sounds further away. That's kind of how it sounded. That doesn't take away from the performance, and it doesn't take away from the overall experience of the book, but it is something that I noticed and did take me up just a touch. But otherwise, absolutely fantastic. You should definitely go check it out.